Hi everybody, and welcome back to Valuteer. In this video we're going to create a new opportunity and create multiple shifts per day. This isn't a scenario that we've gone through before. Up till now we've just been creating one shift per day, but in a lot of instances we're going to assume that you want to create something like a morning and an afternoon shift, and Valuteer allows you to do that in a couple of simple steps. So the first thing we want to do after we log into Valuteer is to click on the Opportunities menu link on the left hand side, and then again click our Add New Opportunity button. And in this scenario we're going to create a front desk help opportunity. So we want to set our coordinator, we'll set it to Sally Smith this time, we'll set our location to our main office, and we'll give it a brief description. The next thing we want to do is set the start and end dates for our opportunity, and we'll move this up to May, and we'll say we'll go from April 30th to May 11th. So we'll create 2 weeks worth of shifts here. The next thing we'll want to do is to set the start time, and let's set it at 8 o'clock for our start time, and we'll leave the end time as 5 o'clock. We'll leave the publish date blank for now, because after we initially create our opportunity, we'll want to go in and edit a couple of the settings here. We'll leave our event to none assigned, and then we'll need to set the number of people required here. Now, you can set this to any number of people you want, and again, remember that the number of people required is the number of approvals we want to make for this opportunity. Given that we won't have the same 2 people for the 2-week span, well, let's set this up to 20 people so that we have some leeway here. Our waitlist size, again, we'll set to 5 as we've done previously, and that way we have some opportunities to move people to the waitlist if they can't commit right away, and if we have some cancellations, we can move people off the waitlist. The next thing we'll want to do is have our first shift start time set to the same as our start time for our start date setting here. So we'll set that to 8. And now we want to go to the shifts per day field. Now we want a morning and afternoon shift, so we want to set the shifts per day to be 2 shifts per day. And then we want to say each shift is going to be 4 hours long. The number of people per shift is going to be 1. Again, down at the bottom of the screen here, we want to set the opportunity type to public so we can post this to our public listings page, and we don't need any extra workflow or documents in this example. So with that, we can click the Save Opportunity button now. And again, back on our opportunities page, we now see that we've got our front desk help opportunity. We also want to take a look at some of the other information we've got regarding this opportunity. We can see that we've got 20 approvals set, we've got a wait list of 5, we've got 24 unfilled shifts now, and we'll take a look at why that is in a minute. We've also got our start date and our end date. So with that, let's click on the opportunity number link here to get into the details screen for this opportunity. So we can review our details that we set up initially here, and if we scroll down here to the shift calendar, we can see that we've got our shifts created for each of the days within the range that we set between our start date and our end date. So we got shifts starting on April 30th and ending on May 11th. Now in this scenario, let's assume that you're closed for lunch, so the second shift doesn't start until 1 o'clock. But given the shift creation engine in Valuteer and the way it's set, we've created 2 shifts for 4 hours each, the first starting at 8 a.m. in the morning and the second shift starting at 12, but we want that second shift to start at 1 o'clock. So what we can easily do is we can either click on the second shift and update our start times, or we can change to the week view and cycle up to where our shifts start, in this case April 30th, and we can simply left click on the shift and drag it to 1 o'clock. Now we can also go back to our month view here, and now we can see that our 8 o'clock shift starts at 8 and our new shift or our afternoon shift starts at 1. And the other thing we might want to do is that we're assuming that you're not open on the weekends here, so we'll need to do a little bit of cleanup, and we can simply just delete our unwanted shifts by left clicking on them and then clicking the delete shift button. So before we move on, I just want to show that I moved the second week's worth of shifts, the afternoon shifts specifically, to our 1 p.m. start time. So now we've got 2 weeks worth of shifts created in a pretty simple, straightforward process, starting at 8 o'clock and 1 o'clock. And before we put in our publish date to make these things live for registration, we'll want to review the details again. So our title's correct, our coordinator and the location correct, our description, our start and end dates are fine. And again, you want to review your shifts, and then we can set a publish date of today, and that'll make these opportunities available for registration online. So if we click Save Opportunity, go back to our Opportunities page here just to confirm everything's correct. Got our front desk help opportunity, got our 20 approvals ready to go, our 5-person wait list. We can see that our shifts count has been updated correctly from 24 to 20, and our start and end dates are what we expect them to be. So now that we've added a publish date to our opportunity, we want to check our online listings page and make sure that our new opportunity is available for online registration. And if we do that, we can see that we've got our new front desk help opportunity listed, and we're good to accept registrations. With that, folks, we're going to close down this video. Again, if you have any questions or concerns about this, please don't hesitate to contact us by clicking on the user menu in Valuteer and clicking on the help link. Thanks, folks, and we'll see you in the next video.